Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. I got my Shannon Sharpes on. You need to smash that subscribe button as we talk about our Shannon Sharpe. Now see, I hate to get into the ethnic part of this situation, but it's a common situation. A black man and a white girl. But this is America, so why does that even matter? This is a melting pot. That's why people love America. It's one of the most racist countries, but then again, it's one of the biggest melting pots outside of Canada, Australia, and the UK, right? First of all, you have to understand this. Can we learn anything as young men that are on our way to being high value, let alone out there with status, connections, and some financial wealth? I mean, we all dream of being high value with wealth and resources, but it comes with a price, especially when it comes to dealing with women younger than us. Now, see, when you're in your 20s and 30s at the time, you don't think anything's going to happen to you because you're the shit, you look good, you're in the best shape of your life. But then when you get up there in age, as a man, people expect you to deal with women your own age. I'm almost 60 and I still feel like I'm 20 inside. Like I just got out of high school, I'm still in college, running on the ball field, and I'm getting all the hotties, getting blowjobs underneath the bleachers after the games, yada, yada, yada. But before I really get into this video, let's just check out what's going on here. Let's roll it.
I'm going to be open, transparent, and defend myself because this isn't right.
Today, the former NFL star turned podcaster posting this video statement in response to a Nevada civil lawsuit filed by a woman who says her consensual relationship with Sharpe eventually led to multiple assaults. The lawsuit also accuses Sharpe of secretly recording their sexual encounters without her consent. The plaintiff, listed as Jane Doe, is represented by attorney Tony Busby, who has represented accusers in several high-profile sexual assault cases, and who Sharpe called out by name.
Tony Busby targets black men, and I believe he's going to release a 30-second clip of a sex tape that tries to make me look guilty and play into every stereotype you could possibly imagine. That video should actually be 10 minutes or so. Hey, Tony, instead of releasing your edit, put the whole video out. I don't have it, or I would myself.
Also new today, Jane Doe's attorney releasing an audio clip alleging it shows Sharpe threatening the plaintiff.
I'm not going to hang up on you. Here's what it is.
The plaintiff says, "Don't manipulate me." Then Sharpe allegedly responds,
"Oh, no, have mercy. If you say that one more time, I'm going to choke the out of you when I see you."
NBC News has not independently verified the audio's authenticity. It's also not clear if this excerpt was part of a longer conversation. We asked Shannon Sharpe's attorney about the recording late today.
He is acknowledging this is a recording of him, but that it's being taken out of context.
My lawyers are telling, the legal team is telling me that we can't authenticate it if he said that, and he's not denying it.
I look at it like this. Maybe he was saying that to get her aroused before she even got to his house. That's what I'm assuming. You never know. People have, their kinks to what turns them on. So maybe that was turning her on. But anyway, he had met this woman at a gym in LA. Let me see, did I go down too far? Yeah, I did. Where is it at? So Shannon Sharpe, who is 56 years old, former Denver Broncos tight end. He had met this woman. Let me see, where is it at? Okay, yeah, the woman said, okay, she was 19, not 20. She's still not old enough to drink in America. So 19 years old. So this was 2 years ago when she first met Sharpe in the LA gym, leading to a rocky consensual relationship. So it sounds like a transactional relationship, which most relationships are in 2025. A lot of people are in monetized relationships. So nearly 2 years, which he frequently aggressive, raped her, according. But why would you have to rape her if you got all this money? You could just give her money and she'll agree to have sex with you or do whatever you want, right? Not necessarily. But see, here's the thing. Why is a 56-year-old messing with a 19-year-old? Don't you have kids that age or a little bit older? The thing is, when men get older single men, they're going to always want that 20-year-old, regardless. And it's weird to a lot of people, especially women, especially their families. Like, oh, you're a pervert. You probably look at your daughters like that. You probably look at my daughter like that. A lot of women will say that, but then it's science. Men are always attracted to younger women, sexually especially. But you have to realize, what do you think happens to guys that are married 20, 30 years? Then all of a sudden they want to go to Thailand and start walking down the street with 15-year-old girls. It's like a meat market to those older guys. Older British guys, white guys. That's why a lot of them go over there to get finessed by those young Asian girls who already have families and their own children back in the village. They just came to the city to lie to all the sucker expats, to fool them to think that they're single and they want to start life with them when they had their own the whole time. So what do you think this is? What do you think? Bring it back to America. It's the same thing. A lot of these younger women don't have any money. That's why a lot of them are doing sex work. I'm not saying this girl was doing that, but more than likely she was, because a lot of guys, older men, they want to get to these women before their lives become a shit show once they reach the age of 30 plus. Because a lot of these women are in debt with student loans and everything. So he figures, if I get this young 20-year-old, maybe I can get her before her life is complete shit. And you have to keep in mind, it's like in my case, I'm almost 40. So any woman I meet around my age, more than likely her life is already a shit show. She's in debt. She has children. She's been divorced 2 times. It's like the list goes on and on and on. And this has nothing to do with body count. The stupidest argument now is body count and guys that are getting it for free. Those are the stupidest conversations to have right now. So it's said that the guys that are paying for it, like Shannon Sharpe, there's somebody else that's getting it for free. And the guy probably lives with his mom. Right? But the thing is that the guy that's homeless is pretty much getting Shannon Sharpe's leftovers. He was first, and he's more high value than you are. And she's not going to stop messing with him to be with the homeless guy. That's what people have to understand. So let's see what girl he was dealing with. Okay, decent looking. And see, that's another thing. In America, it's hard to find older women that are actually in shape and still look good. How many 56-year-old women look like this? It's also said guys around his age, let's say he's been in a marriage 20, 25 years. His wife's looks decline in years, you know, sagging breasts, sagging face, whatever. Just understand. Some girl, I forgot. I think it was one of those girls in China, one of those Chinese videos that I reviewed off of All Asian Dilemmas. She said that guys go to Thailand and those other Asian countries, third world countries, older guys in their 60s go over there because they're not aroused by their longtime wives. I mean, because their wives decline in looks and everything, they're overweight and everything. So they basically, their wives are ugly to them and not arousal. So they're more aroused and their man junk works more when they're around younger women. So, of course, the older guy is always going to be more aroused by the younger girl. The younger girl is going to make him feel younger. So another argument is, why do you have to go after the white girl? I mean, was he supposed to go after some ghetto ass baby mama with 4 or 5 kids the same age? I mean, what's the deal? Either way, you're going to get finessed. It doesn't matter if she was white or black. She's half your age. She don't want you. She after your money. And it's the same to my white uncles overseas in UK, Australia, and all those countries. You guys that are going over there after them 20, 25-year-old girls that work in the bars in Thailand, Vietnam, Laos, Cambodia, where the hell you at, it's the same thing. They just want you for your money. So this argument is really stupid. And like I said, we're not going to talk about body count. because you have 20-year-old women that are getting plowed through too. It's just that over time, women develop a side. Well, not just women alone. Older people in general, a lot of them suffer from side trauma. So when it comes to women, they lived several more lives than a man has of the same age. Let's say 60 years old, 50 years old, 50-year-old man and 50-year-old woman. Okay, who do you think's been through more bullshit? Probably the woman. The woman's more likely been raped, manipulated, had a few STDs, has a higher body count. That's why it's stupid to ask a woman's body count, because more than likely it's higher than the man's. Because women get sex easier than men do. The only difference is a lot of these girls are going after older guys and sex is involved. So a lot of these young girls, they're not having sex with a lot of guys their same age, because once they get to the higher hierarchy of social networking, they can get to older guys that can provide the lifestyle. Because take a 20-year-old girl and a 20-year-old dude. How many 20-year-old guys do you know could support a family, let alone himself? Shit, it even goes to the 30-year-olds. The same with a 30-year-old guy and a 30-year-old woman. If they're both in tech, they could probably live a good life. But no matter what she does for money, she's always going to expect a man to be better than her. So Mr. Shannon Sharpe had the advantage here. He could provide a lifestyle to almost any woman. He had his show on ESPN. He had his podcast. He probably still has his retirement money and his investments. So he's well off. So therefore, he could pretty much get anybody he wants to. But what can he do with a 50-year-old woman that's already pretty much lived her own life? I mean, you can't please an older woman. It's hard to excite an older woman. She's done been on vacations and around the world and all that already. She's did all the independent shit, lived in high-rise apartments and everything. She has her own money. Might not be a lot, but she can support herself because she has a career. So really, there's no advantage of being with an older woman, the same age as you. That's why these retired uncles go overseas to deal with the 15, 20-year-old Asian girls that comes from almost nothing. So there's really nothing to argue about here. The only thing is you're risking it all over a 20-year-old piece of ass. I'm pretty sure she slept with several guys that didn't have to go through this. All the other guys were lower value than Shannon Sharpe. That's why they're not sitting in the same seat as Shannon Sharpe. Even though the less fortunate men that dealt with this women already, they're laughing at her. They're like, yeah, I hit that, and I'm not going through half the bullshit that Shannon Sharpe's going through. So that's the argument right there. How come he couldn't get with a woman his age? So it's stupid. I mean, it's automatic because he's probably going to have to shell out even more money than that if he got with an older woman, because the older woman's going to expect him to pay for the Botox and everything. I mean, there's nothing wrong with older women, but like I said, you can't please an older woman that's been pleased several times already. Like the health issues, the side trauma, the STDs, whatever else she did in her life. So that's pointless. The goal is to get somebody before they get damaged. And that's the argument. This is Kylie Veo. I hope you enjoyed this. Peace.
Thank you.